Hi there, I'm Danielle at Finding Design, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to add a thank you page to your Squarespace website and connect it to either your Squarespace sign-up form for your newsletter or your external Flodesk sign-up form. So the reason that we're doing this is adding a thank you page to your website after a user has subscribed to your sign-up form. It means you can give them another incentive to increase sales on your website. So for now, I'm going to close this video and we're going to dive into creating the thank you page. So first things first, you want to go to the main Squarespace editor and you want to go to the website section of your website. And here you'll see all of the pages to your store. For the moment, I'm just using a demo Squarespace template that I have available on my store. But for now, we want to create a new page under the not linked portion of the navigation. And that means that it won't show up in the main navigation here. So to do this, we want to click on the plus icon and go to a blank page. From here, we can just call it whatever we like. But in this case, let's call it thank you. And once that's done, I'm going to click on the gear icon just to double check that the URL is thank-you, and that's what we're going to use later. To build out the thank you page, we're going to go to edit to bring up the main customizer. And from here, we're going to add a section. So if you've already saved some existing sections from your website, you can go to there and use that as a starting point. And there's also a range of sections that Squarespace have that you can actually use as a starting point. But for now, I'm just going to add a blank section and work with a blank canvas. I'm going to go to edit section and I'm going to select a brighter colour palette. So let's go for bright 2, which is this nice lilac colour with a black font as well. So it just makes the page a little bit more vibrant. First things first, let's add a text block to say thank you. And this will clearly show the user that they're on a thank you page. Let's set that to heading 1, so that's the heading of the page. And actually, let's say thank you for subscribing to make it extra clear. I've also already wrote some copy to add underneath, which is a really generic message just to welcome them and say thank you for signing up, and also to give them a discount code. Now, if you don't know how to add a discount code, I'll quickly show you how to create one on the store. So I'm going to click save and just exit out of the page. But if you do want to add a discount code, you can do this under selling and scroll down to discounts, and this is where you can go and add a discount code. You can give it a name, give it the actual percentage that you want to create, for example here 10% off, and you can limit it to a single product or orders over a certain value, and you can also limit the total uses as well. So for example, to limit to 1 use per customer. So you can use this page and use it as a starting point to create a discount for your store. Now back to the thank you page. So we've added the title and we've added a bit of description. Let's add a button here underneath, or actually let's add a bit of highlighted text just to make it really clear what the discount code actually is. So let's copy that in there. And let's add a background to it to make it stand out a little bit more. Let's go for this white and then make the text bold and change the colour as well, and I'm going to centralise it. And to make it stand out even more, I'm just going to bring it a little bit more in line with the branding and set a radius as well so that it fits the rest of the store. And there we have it, and that just makes it really easy that they can see the thank you code. So you could leave it at that if you just want to give them a simple discount code, but I think it would be better then to add the actual products underneath, or at least a snapshot of the products. So from here, let's add a summary block, and I'm going to scroll and drag it down, and let's make it a little bit wider. I'm going to double click on it and connect it to my existing shop. You could also connect this to a blog, for example. If you don't have anything to advertise quite yet, you could send them to other blog posts on your website so that they keep reading. If you're a service provider, you could advertise and sell some of your services and the features and benefits into it, as long with maybe a thank you video and some testimonials. There's lots of ways you can customize this thank you page for your business. From that, for now, let's just make this really simple. I'm going to add another item on here. Actually, let's make it 6. And let's use the carousel feature. I'm going to add a background, again add a stroke and change the colours as well, just to make it feel in line with the rest of the website. And let's remove the product excerpt. So there you go, there you have it. You have a really basic thank you page where people can see the thank you message, they can copy the discount code and also shop some products as well. Don't forget to switch things around on the mobile view and check that they all look right. This one actually looks pretty good. So the only thing I'd maybe change is add a little bit more space between the elements and make sure it doesn't do that, and drag things where you want them to be. And that's pretty much it for the thank you page. Now I'm going to show you how to connect this to a standard Squarespace sign up form on your blog page or anywhere on your website, and then I'll also show you the Flodesk version. So on this particular website there is a sign up form on the blog page. So to connect it to that, all I'd need to do is scroll down to the section with the newsletter template. I'd double click on it and then scroll down to where it says post submit. So this is the post submit page. As standard, you'll see a thank you message, but you can change that or redirect them. So to click redirect, you can then attach a link. And actually, if you just type / and thank you, this means that when the user fills in this newsletter form, it will then take them to the thank you page, which is exactly what you need. If for some reason you don't already have a newsletter block, you can add a section to your website. Let's add a blank section here. Again, let's choose a colour. This time, let's go with this light pink. I'm going to click add a block and click on the newsletter option there and drag it to where I'd like. I'm going to stretch it out because I'm going to activate the name settings as well. So let's double click on that and require the name field. And again, for post submit, we'd want to attach that thank you link. And there you have it. You have the newsletter form that is now connected to the thank you page on your website. So let's exit that for now, as I don't actually want to save that. So for the next we're going to do the Flodesk version. So let's hop over to Flodesk. And let's create a new form. So with Flodesk, you'll probably be quite familiar with it, but for now we want to just go to an inline form. And here you can see a pretty standard form. In this video, I won't go through all of the customization options, as this is more of an overview to get you used to how you can connect the thank you page to Squarespace. So for now, I'm just going to add it to an all customers segment. And to briefly customize it, you can just click into things and change all of the settings, such as first name, last name, and email address. You can change all of the font styles and change the text here. But the part that we're interested in is this thank you tab here. So if we click on that, you'll see a variety of different success messages, but we actually want to click on this redirect to URL. So from there, you can put this is where you'll paste the link to your store, which I'm just going to pause the video to go and get that. So I've pasted the URL into the redirect to URL section here. As you can see, it has the pretty default Squarespace random domain that they create before you connect a real domain. And it has / thank you to represent the thank you page. And then going to embed it. So With Flodesk, you'll probably be familiar with this, but you want to make sure that you have the header code, which is already going to be added to the header of your website. And if you haven't done that before, you can do so by either you can do this by clicking / on your keyboard and typing in code, which will bring up the code injection tab, and then just pasting that code into your header. Then for the actual banner, I'm going to copy that inline code there, and I'm going to go back into the blog page for this example. I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to delete the existing section, and then I'm going to add a section. Let's add a blank section again, but this version is going to be slightly different, as rather than adding the inbuilt Squarespace newsletter block, what we're going to do is click add block, type in code and click code here. I'm going to drag this out roughly to the size that I want the newsletter form to be. Double click into it to bring up the content panel and paste in, delete that code out there and paste in the code as well, and then save it. And don't forget to go back and style the mobile version positioning as well. Now you'll be able to see how the form actually looks. Of course, you'd want to style it with Flodesk's features, as Flodesk has lots of different options to add your brand fonts and your colours and styling, and you can do that directly in Flodesk. But to keep this video short and not too long, I'm not going to go through that. So let's go and test this out now. So I'm going to quickly add my business email address. And here you can see it's redirecting to the thank you page. Because I'm logged into Squarespace at the moment, it is taking me back to the editor, but you will see that it will take you to the thank you page where you have the thank you, discount code in bold letters, and also some products to go and shop as well. So I hope that video gave you a nice overview of how you can connect your forms to a thank you page on your website and hopefully increase some sales using your website.